Hey, Lea Louise here. Look at this pretty quilt. The best part, being a layer cake quilt, I only need half the layer cake. So I've got another half stack just waiting to be made. And this is what I'm doing today. Instead of making the same pattern, I am going to divide these up again in lights and darks. And what I'm going to do is use my layer cake walk quilt because it's just such a fun quilt and it's super simple, super easy. And I'm just gonna get some of these pieces together. I'll get my lights and darks and then I'll show you what we're going to do with from here. Now with the lights and darks all combined, I'm going to put them in a pile of 4. So 2 pairs go together and I'll have 4 layer cakes. And here's 1 and 2 and 3. And you see there's some good contrast here. And then here's my 4th pile and my 5th one. So that's my 20 squares. And I still have 2 pieces left over. Look at this. You know what? This could make a great label on the quilt. Okay, we'll see. That or go, oh, I don't know. There's too many options right now. I've got to focus on this. Now, let's take a look at this, how we're going to cut it. I like cutting these 4 together at one time because that's going to allow me to keep the group in one pile as I'm sewing, and I will keep these colors together. Now, you can certainly do it differently so everything sort of gets mixed and matched, but because there are a lot of lights, if I had all one light block, I think it would really get lost. So it's going to be much better for me to have a good combination and stick with it for my first set of blocks. Okay, I'm just lining up my points here. And what I'm going to do is make one cut, and it's going to be midway across, and I can go from either side, but I'm going to make a 4-inch cut. So that'll remain 6 on this side over here. And if you've had this quilt, if you've purchased it and used it and made it, you realize just how easy this is. And you could also stack more than 4 because with a large blade, you can certainly do that. But again, I like keeping it together. It keeps it cleaner for me. It's a small quilt, and I want to make sure this all goes together well. And now I'm just going to turn this upside down, and I'm going to put these on this side, and I'm going to sew these up. Of course, it's going to be upside down, right? So this is what'll be here. So let me go ahead and get these sewn and put together, and I will show you just what we have coming up next. Remember this quilt just a few months ago? This is the Layer Cake Walk quilt, and this is where this pattern came from. This block does not have any matching seams within it. It's simple, it's easy to cut, and it's fast to sew. We don't just do it in one colorway. Oh no, we do it in another. And look, would you even guess these are the same pattern? Don't you love a pattern you can recycle? You can tell I'm so excited. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I have all 5 sets of my layer cakes together, each one containing 4, 2 lights and 2 darks, and I have them assembled in a alternating light and dark. That way when I put them together, everything's going to work beautifully. And I'm going to set this aside right now so I can focus on these 4. And what I'll do is take the top from this pile, and remember, this was in the same order and I turned it over. This way, let me get this square here. This way I can make sure I'm alternating my fabrics in the right order, and I'm not going to duplicate or make a problem, create a problem. I don't want to get 2 darks and 2 lights, just because otherwise it's going to be very difficult to see the different fabrics, particularly with this fabric collection, because it's pastels. There's a lot of really light fabrics in here. So I'm going to do a 1/4 inch or a scant quarter, whatever you prefer. If you have a lot of the pinked edges, sometimes I find a scant quarter can work best, simply because it allows a little more fudge factor when you're putting your blocks together for consistent sizes. But the other thing is put the 2 straight edges right here and get a good 1/4 inch. Then when we put these together back in the stack and cut them in the opposite direction, we're pretty sure everything's going to be about the same. So I'm just going to do my 1/4 inch and go through this pile right here. And once I set my needle in the fabric, I do take, whoops, look at that, 2 right sides out. Oh, I'm so glad I caught that. That would have been very disappointing. So I'll fix that. But what I was going to say is, as I put that needle in, I then take a moment to hold this fabric at this bottom piece and just make sure these align well. So let me pull this out and I will be right back. Okay, this looks better. Right sides together, just what we need. Remember, hold that top thread off to the side so you don't get bunched up threads nesting underneath your fabric. And set your needle, give yourself a moment to make sure everything is aligned, and there you go. All right, my first set of 4 is all sewn, and I did the single seam down one side. I'm going to continue and do the other 4 sets the same way. Alternatively, you can stop and cross-cut these and then sew them together. I think I want a scrappier mix, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and mix these all together, and I'll show you when I put this back on the cutting table. So I'm just going to do 1 straight sew all the way through. And I just keep going. I'm adding new blocks along the way here, new strips that I've cut, and I'm going to just keep sewing all the way. I'm just about to the end. And now this is my final stack, my final 4 layer cakes. Almost did it again. All right, now we've got it right sides together, and this is my last one. You'd think by now I'd have it figured out and not be making that silly mistake repeatedly. And there we are. So I have my 10 pairs sewn together. I'm just going to cut them apart and I'm going to press them. And I am going to press them towards the wider piece of fabric. And then once that's finished, everything is going to get cut. And whoops, got some extra thread here. And then we're going to sew it all again and we're finished. That's all it takes to make these blocks. This Layer Cake quilt is a very quick and easy quilt. All right, let's go ahead. I'll be right back. I'm all ready to sew my blocks together. And once the 4 of them are cut apart, then I kind of pair them up so alternate colors are in each block. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the patterns of the fabrics should be in each block in different sizes. And you can kind of mix and match them around a little bit. The other big thing is you want to make sure you line this up. Now, if you have the pinked edges, make sure this side and this side has the pinked edges even. And right here, I'm going to line it up so that the tips are just past the straight edge. Just like this. I'm sitting at my window and it's really bright over there. It's casting a shadow here. Sorry, I hope you can see okay. And there we are. Now the other thing is because we press the seam towards the larger piece, that's going to be on the bottom and we don't have to worry about that seam allowance. It's going to get caught up in the direction we want, as opposed to this being on the bottom and we're sewing and it flips, you right? That can be frustrating because then you have this bump in your seam that's aggravating when you go to quilt it. So my little points are just over the edge. I'm going to hang on to my thread so I don't make a nest underneath of all the threads. And I'm just going to sew this through a 1/4 inch. And there we are. So you can see just how simple this is to put together. And again, I make sure I have 4 different fabrics. And I will bring this here. Now I have at times get to a point and I'm like, wait, oh no, I mismatched. Something isn't right. And I'll grab one from another pile and just swap them out because all the fabrics are in the quilt anyway, so it's not going to matter. I just do it this way because it's a easy way to manage 4 blocks at one time, get them all done, and then have 5 sets to do. Now, if you're going super scrappy, you know, just let it fall as it may. And I've done that with the other quilts that I've done earlier this year. And it was really pretty with solids and wildflower prints. I'll put that link up above. So there's a lot of fun ways you can lay this quilt out with a variety of fabrics. And, you know, it's just about the fabrics you choose, how you place them, and just having fun with it. And if it gets you excited, then you know you've got a good one. Oh, look, what did I do? Oh, wait a minute. There's something wrong here. See what happens when I talk and sew? Oh my goodness. This is the one I want. Let me make sure. Yep, that goes over there. This goes over here. Oh my goodness. That was almost a disaster because then I would have been looking for the other piece. Okay, let's move on. I'll stop talking now and just sew. All right, there's 4 down, and I'll cut these apart. And what I'm doing is getting up and stitching them, or excuse me, pressing them as I go. That way I don't sit at my machine for extended periods without getting up. All right, we're moving along. Look at this adorable little baby quilt. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. I love the flowers. I love the fruit. I love the vegetables. I love the checks. Look at all those prints. And some tulips, of course. We need to have that. But I love the layer cake pattern. This is a layer cake walk. And look at how simple a single block is. Here we go, 2 blocks side by side. And you see, it's just 2 cuts. A fancy 4-patch is what it is. An asymmetrical 4-patch. And I love it. All right, there we are. I'm so glad you joined me today. And now I have 2 of these. I'm going to get them quilted. And I will be back to show you what they look like. I have some ideas of what I'm going to do here. You have a fantastic rest of your day. I so appreciate you following along. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.